The fact that prices have remained stable tells me that the market is in balance. In other words, we have pretty much an equal number of buyers and sellers active in the market. But what has happened, that the interest rates have taken an awful lot of people out of the market. So it's a reduced pool of buyers and sellers.
Local real estate is always a hot topic, and an expert joined the final Free-for-All Friday of 2024 to talk about it.
For perspective on the year that was, real estate guru Toby Tobin of GoToby.com.
In 2023, there were 2,870 homes sold. In 2024, through this, we're almost done with the year, it's 2,716, so it's almost identical. The median price last year was $365,000. This year it was $365,000. So you look at what did change. Well, the active days on market last year was 37. This year it was 51. So it's taking longer to sell homes now.
Tobin says the market is relatively unchanged across the board.
Price per square foot is another thing I tracked. Last year it was $200.50 per square foot, the selling price. I'm talking about single-family homes here. This year it was $199.77.
Wow.
So less than a dollar difference. I've heard a lot of talk about the market being flooded with inventory. Last year at this time, there were 984 listings. Currently, there are 1,180. So that's an increase, but not startling.
Coming up on Tuesday, we'll hear from other experts, including a home builder and a housing advocate.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Monday, December 30th.
It's funny. I talk to folks, particularly in your area, about what they think about it. They all hate development.
State Senator Tom Leek is talking about a topic that is top of mind to many local residents.
Northeast Florida is booming with development, attracting new residents with its slower pace of life, and Leek says residents need to accept that.
I will tell you that my assessment, about 80% of those folks moved here in the last 5 years, right? And they hate developers. And then you ask them about their home, and they probably live in a home that was built by a developer. And so, listen, there is this balance out there. If I had my druthers, and I would live in my little world on the beach side here in Ormond Beach, and wouldn't let anybody else move in. It would stay the same until I die. But I know that that's not going to happen. Right, I'm going to have to manage and deal with the development and growth that we're going to have.
Leek said local governments looking to the state to fund massive infrastructure projects next year may have to adjust their expectations.
Look at what's coming up. You've got a Senate president who's a farmer. You've got a House Appropriations chair who's a farmer, right? They're heavily invested and involved in ag. So now's not the time and come and ask for a library unless it's an ag library. Right? And so be smart about your ask. If the theme of the year is agriculture, don't ask for things that aren't agriculture. Now, I do think resiliency and storm recovery is always a theme. So all of those that come in that's always going to be a theme. That's always a good ask.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Daryl Moody.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. In other news, ring in the new year while helping your community. Karen Johnson has details.
First, the 16th annual Christmas tree recycling event will be held Saturday, January 4th from 8 a.m. to 1 o'clock at the Palm Coast Fuel Depot at 22 Utility Drive. You can recycle your Christmas tree in exchange for a free 3-gallon evergreen tree while supplies last. Residents should remove all decorations, lights, tinsel, and ornaments from the trees before donation. All trees donated for recycling will be ground and used as mulch to beautify Palm Coast's parks and trails, plus the city will offer free paper shredding at the tree recycling event. And the City of Palm Coast has implemented a new ADA, Americans with Disabilities widget on its official website, palmcoast.gov, designed to improve accessibility and inclusivity for all users. The feature provides a variety of tools to enhance the online experience for those with different accessibility needs. ADA is a landmark law that ensures people with disabilities have equal access to public spaces, services, and information. According to a press release, key features of the ADA widget include choosing a clear, easy-to-read font for improved readability, increasing the cursor size for easier navigation, and view descriptions for images when hovering over them. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
The Anderson Gym was the place to be this weekend, with FPC hosting the Bulldog Holiday Invitational basketball tournament. Friday night, the Bulldog ladies hosted Menendez in a thriller. The Falcons had a 2-point lead with 1 second left in double overtime when FPC's Ava Works stepped to the line for 2 free throws.
And she knocks it down. Ice in her veins.
Works sent the game to triple overtime, but Menendez pulled out the 42-41 win. Saturday night, the ladies took on Palatka. It was a 3-point game late in the first quarter, but a 19-0 run put FPC ahead for good, coasting to a 50-26 win. Nareda Campos had a career-high 12 for the Dogs. Her teammate Alexandra Perez led all scorers with 13.
We pulled through, and I just think we needed to work more as a team, but I think we did a great job today.
FPC is now 10-3. They host Kip Bold City Friday at 6. The Bulldog boys hosted Whitman-Hanson Regional High from Massachusetts Friday in the WNZF Sports Network Game of the Week. The teams were tied at 14 in the closing seconds of the first quarter.
Tied up. 1 second. Flynn at the corner. 3 good! Tucker Flynn with the buzzer beater!
Tucker Flynn comes off the bench and gives the Dogs a 17-14 lead. The Panthers were up 5 late in the second, and FPC had one more possession.
Royal takes a 3, misses badly, but it's put up and in by Roman Caliendo.
Roman Caliendo cut the lead to 3 with one of his 14 rebounds. He finished with 8 points off the bench. The Bulldog reserves outscored the Panther bench by 11 in the game, but their combo of Dylan Peralt and Jai Estrella combined for 41, and Whitman-Hanson edged FPC 60-56. That game, along with overtime from Friday's girls game, can be seen on the Flagler Radio YouTube channel. Saturday night, FPC took on Clay to close out the Invitational. The 69-47 Bulldog win was never in doubt thanks to 16 from Anthony Hampton, 15 from Josiah Sanders, and 12 from Roman Caliendo. Caliendo on the team winning 6 of 8 after an 0-4 start.
When we lost the first 4 games, it was looking rough, but we have a good team. We got back together, and we started putting on a show.
WNZF is your home for local sports, with updates Mondays and Fridays. Happy New Year from the Sports Desk. I'm Mike Licio.